Free Me TV. Thomas Free Me. What's up, everybody? What's going on? Guess what, man? We got good news, man. The dope came in.
Control, this is Agent Ogren. I need a request to open up cell 311.
Free Me Podcast.
Welcome back, everybody. Free Me TV, Thomas Free Me. Man, I wish everybody many, many blessings. I pray that everybody's in the best of health and that they're safe and secure, that their bellies are full. To all my convicts, all my guys and girls, and they're doing time. I know the stress, I know the pressure, I know the anxiety. I wish you guys the best. I just want everybody just to remain calm and just use this time to the best that you can to learn about who you are and what you're doing and what you have done and the decisions you've made that have landed you in the position in life the way you're in. So that's what this program's about. Today, as you saw in my intro, the dope came in. And what I'm going to do is show you how to break the dope down, package it up, how we maneuver it in the system. So what we have right here, let me zoom y'all in, right? Bam, there you go. What you have right here is maybe about $20 worth of weed. $20, $30 worth of weed, marijuana. And what I'm going to do is show you how we break it down. So what we'll do is we'll get some medical tape or some regular tape. If we can't get no tape, maybe we can get Band-Aids and cut the little plastic off from the Band-Aids. Any kind of adhesive. You get us a playing card, joker if I can get one, of course. Just some regular paper, and we'll cut the paper down into little squares, right? And then what you'll end up getting are these little packages, right? These little packages that are filled as such. Now, as I'm doing this and I'm going through, the dope can come in many, many ways. It can come from somebody throwing a duffel bag over the fence. You know, during count time, somebody will run up to the fence, throw a duffel bag over, and then when count clears, you know, the first people out in the yard will go out and retrieve the bag. It can come in through an officer from visitation. I've done all of these here. Aside for the bag thrown over, I never had anybody run up to the gate. I mean, that's, to me, that's a little crazy, but if you can do it and get away with it, that's what they were doing. That's how this stuff was coming in. The dangerousness about bags coming over the gate is you have no idea what's in these bags. Pistols, knives, it could be anything in these bags. Anything that you can imagine that somebody would want to get a hold of in prison. Now, how I did it is I would have an individual that came to the visit who would get a bag full of marijuana like this here, about this size. They would put it in a bag. They would bag it up individually into small little dime bags, you know, something big enough for me to swallow. My instructions were about the size of the popcorn, about the size of a popcorn each bag. And what I would do is when the person would come in to visit me, I would go to the vending machine and get a bag of popcorn and make some popcorn, and then just sit there and eat popcorn with the person. And they would put the little dime bags, the small little bags inside of the popcorn. I would reach in, grab it, and act as if I'm just eating popcorn. And a day or two, all of them would come out through my digestive system. I'd wash them off, sterilize them, open them up, and have my bomb. If you know an officer that, and they're out there, if you know an officer, that's about $10 worth right there. If you know an officer that is going to, is down You know, they may approach you, you may approach them, however that works out. But you can throw the dope away in the garbage can, and then the officer after visitation will let you back in to take all the garbage out, and then you retrieve your dope that way. So there's many intuitive ways to get dope in prison. The bottom line is it's coming in. It's not going to be stopped. And people are going to get their hands on whatever it is that they want to get their hands on. It's just the price drastically increases. So, as I said from the top, this was probably maybe about $20 street value. As you can see, these are $10 sacks, and I already have $40 lined up right here. I could probably make another 20 sacks out of them. Maybe even more than that, 20, 30. And you do the math, you can quickly see how money can pile up. Now, of course, inside, there's two ways that you're going to pay me for these here. If you're just buying one of these, you're going to bring me $10 worth of stamps or commissary. If I trust you, which there's never really been an issue per se. Now, when you get into heroin, cocaine, meth, things of that nature, the trust kind of goes out the door a little bit. But, you know, dealing with something like this, I would just give you a sack whenever you wanted one, and then if you went to commissary once a month, I would just hand you a commissary list for $50 or $60. This is how inmates will call their families and say, you know, can you send me $100 or whatever. So we can do it that way, or you're just bringing me stamps. Anything of value that I may need in my survival through prison. So, again, I may not have anybody sending me money, and this is my hustle. This is how I survive in prison. This is how I eat my commissary without having to go to the chow hall and eat the slop that they're serving out of there. I could be feeding my family at the house. I could have, you know, my wife and child, who my wife isn't too good at making money herself, and even though I'm in prison, I still am trying to be a man and supportive of my family. This is one of the hustles that I would get into, you know. Or if I just wanted to set myself up for when I came home, if I had 10, 15 years to do, you know, and I'm steady, just maybe I opened a bank account and I'm just steady sending money to this bank account, you know, as I'm hustling in prison. Cigarettes, booze, you know, whatever I can make, you know, a flip off of. So these are some of the instances here, like I said. And so what we'll end up doing is we'll get a line. You know, I'll have my 15 in a strip right here. I'll get my tape, stretch it out, put them all on there, line them up, tape the other side. So all I have to do is just walk up to somebody and just rip it and just give it to them real quick. It's small in the hand, however, and this is how it's distributed through the prison. You know, I smoked through my whole bid. It's not that I smoked every day, but again, you have to be smart. You have to understand that this is a luxury, and it's you know, it's not meant to be abused. Because they do piss test you. They give you the it's the paper cups that they give you, and they're fairly easy to beat. You know, there was many times where my name would come up and I knew that I was dirty. I would have to stall the process, hide on the compound as much as I could, until I would just try to give myself as much time as I possibly could to get as much water into me until I was urinating nothing but water. Then I would feel confident enough to go take the test. I never got a dirty UA inside by doing this here, and I got lucky. I got lucky several times, but it was just knowing what I was doing and how the process went. Again, when you're inside and it's all about survival, you learn how to manipulate the system as we learn how to manipulate anything else. So, just in case you guys, didn't understand or didn't know, okay, how drugs are being distributed throughout the system, getting into the system. Some of the red flags that your loved one is abusing drugs in prison is, of course, an exceeding amount of money being asked for each month. But a lot of times that's kind of rare because drugs aren't fluent. It's not fluent. You go through waves. It'll hit the compound, and everybody will know that their specific drug is on the compound. You could usually always find K2, spice. We called it many names, man. We had Black Zombie. We called it The Walking Dead. And I'll give you some K2 stories, for my members. And I'm going to start making videos for my members specifically for that. Just some of the instances that I experienced and went through in prison. So, that's it, man. If you guys have any questions, drop them in the comments. I'm very interactive with my crowd. I love you guys, man. I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you guys have any suggestions that you'd like to see me talk about or go through on the show, I have a wide array of many experiences that I'm willing to share. You guys, again, just drop me some nuggets, man, and let me know what you guys want to partake in and want to hear about. I'll try to duplicate the scenarios as much as I can to try to give you a full-fledged experience as to what it really is like. I'm gonna do a show here on cars here shortly and let you know exactly what cars are and how you can really get messed up in cars. So how cars get wrecked, how you can wreck a car, and such. So I will go through all of that. So until the next time, I thank you guys for tuning in. My count is growing. My people are getting strong, more interactive. So I love to see that. But most of all, I'm just happy that my word is getting out and that people are corresponding with me. So again, check out my website, www.cominghomecoalition.com, and you can see what I'm doing on there. And always just reach out. If you know somebody that needs help and you've been trying to get them help, just reach out to me. I have a membership tier set up so you can check that out. But most of all, just make sure you like and subscribe to videos, man, if you really dig what it is that I'm doing. So I'm trying to be as informative as I can, as transparent as I can about my mental health, about the things that I've endured, went through, what I've seen other people go through, and then what we're dealing with out here on the street, man, because it's imperative that, your everyday blue-collar worker understands, what's really happening, and I want to try to erase the stigma of what we have to go through so that we can try to unite everybody, bring everybody together, right, and help one another get through this crap that we're in, right? I implore all community leaders to really step up, man, and get into your communities, and try to stop the violence. We have to stop the violence against our communities as much as we possibly can. We have to get these young kids to understand that retaliating and lashing out against your own community does nothing but feed into the agenda of the people that want to see you act like animals. So again, we understand what's going on, but we have to find a way to support these people, make them feel loved and understood so that the violence can stop and we can start hearing one another and we can start rebuilding our communities from the inside out. We don't need government to do that. It's on the communities, it's on the state, it's we the people. So we have to start stepping up and doing that and taking back over our country, man. This is our country. It's we the people. We come first. They work for us. We are the boss. And it's time that we have to start stepping back in. So hopefully that's what I'm here for. Hopefully I can do that. Until the next time, man, you guys stay safe, Stay blessed. Peace and love, man. Peace and love, everyone. I'm out.
Trying to get this money for the rent, for the Cadillacs and gas money spent. We'll have a whole lot of bitches. You know it's hard.